morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to Talk TV Africa. It's a very explosive one this morning. From the report we are gathering, we discovered that the Northern Elders Forum are already on emergency meeting in the north, trying to see how they can go ahead and ban the journey to service in service written by Ibb'S that exposed a lot of things, atrocities committed by the then leaders. And of course, BBC Africa, BBC Nigeria, BBC London was also fingered in the genocide that took place in 1966. And that was the revelation of that book, tagged the Igbo coup. Today, another source of realignment, another source of exposure, another source of things to be unveiled to the entire world has shown that actually that the main players themselves were not Ibb'S. And there's no how the world, Nigeria, should tag that coup, an Igbo coup, that led to the killing of over 6 million Ibb'S. That notwithstanding, when it happened that we saw Yakubu go on there, we saw Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we saw former President Goodluck Jonathan, we saw the Maradona, the evil genius himself, sitting comfortably. I'm sure they did not know what was the content of that book. If they have known what is inside the content of that book, they wouldn't have been here, because it was a dirty slap on their faces, including Yemi Osibanjo, that took all of them to the gutters and called them people without conscience. He called all of them people without conscience. Yemi Osibanjo, Vice President, under Bola, under Buhari as a peer there. But what we're saying is this: what do you think Nigeria is going to do at this moment? What should be the Nigerian position at this moment? Will Nigeria happen to Nigerians at this particular time that the truth is clearly made to the public that 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup? It was purely a military affair. But unfortunately, the Yoruba people, the Northerners, the Hausas, and of course the British media and the Western media actually tagged it, give it an ethnic connotation, and that was what led to the killing and suppression, marginalization, killing, continuous killing and destruction of the Igbo people, of the Igbo tribe till this day. Having realized this moment at this point in time, the likes of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa rose to prominence today and alerted the world that the Igbo is going to stand against any form of victimization. And the resistance led to what we are seeing today, that Biafra as a nation has been globally recognized as a nation that is going to emerge any moment from now. Of course, a lot of people tagged it to be the first Jewish black nation in the world. That is the Biafran nation. That's the Biafran kingdom. That's the Biafran country. That's the Biafran sovereignty. The Biafra is made up of 40 colonies with their ethnic nationalities intact. So what we are saying is that whichever way Nigeria will look at it, the Igbo man is not against Nigeria. Nigeria was against and is still against the Igbo man. The reason is not what anybody can actually lay their hand on. That is the picture of the moment. That is the understanding of the moment. That is the direction of the moment. That is the revelation coming from a former military head of state, a northerner, a general, and of course, a former head of state who was an insider, who also participated in the coup, who knew what actually transpired and has come to tell the whole world, there was no need of this thing being like this, or there's no need of treating Ibb'S badly. I'm surprised the Northerners and Yorubas were dazed by this revelation, because most of their professors, most of them who claim that they went to school, they know they give a wrong signal of the identity of what happened in 1966. But today, the Ibb'S have been investigated. And I can tell you, based on that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be looked into from the global community. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be looked into from the other angle. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu issue will now be seen as someone who saw tomorrow and decided to stand on the side of truth against all odds. Nobody believed him. Nobody knew what's going to happen. Nobody knew what the direction it was going to go. Everybody was against Nnamdi Kanu. Then let them come out and tell us now. Was Nnamdi Kanu right or wrong? Wole Soyinka, good man on the issue of Biafra. Let the Finnish government look into the issue and saw the reason of Simon Ekpa's rise. But I can tell you, in all ramifications, the congressmen, the United States, the GOP, the Republicans, under Donald Trump's government has considered Ibb'S book a threat to the Igbo people, a threat to Africa, a threat to humanity, a threat to reasoning and philosophy that created the universe. Hate, Ibb exonerated, go on to face ICC by now. And I think they're going to pick him up because Donald Trump has just appointed the new FBI to take up issues like this. And I think Gowon is already on the run from what we are hearing. Wherever he runs to, he will face the consequences of turning his back on the Aburi agreement under Brigadier General Ankara of Ghana. In that agreement, it was mandated that Ibb'S should stop the killing of Ibb'S in the north. And unfortunately, Gowon never did that. What he did was to enact a police action against the Ibb'S, and the resistance is what led to Nigeria Biafra war. Ojukwu resisted it. It took Ojukwu 1 year before he can be able to come out and say, no, enough is enough. Today, we are saying the same thing. They should stop propaganda against the Ibb'S. It's okay. As simple as that. We saw Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government. When there was nothing, he said, Igbo behind the protest, Igbo behind this, Igbo behind that, Igbo behind that. They started, they never repaid. Shame on this Yoruba people. What have Igbo man done? Igbo man contribute more of humanity than this rubbish propaganda. That is what it is today. Let him keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continuously in detention. But I can tell you that one day will come that the humble looking of a lion will not be seen to be weakness or cowardice. Thank you.